welcome to Planning Phase Syndicate, Nickel City, League Coverage, week number effing 1. Tonight, JJ and I have the privilege of streaming Game 3 between Dr. Weston from Team Fox and Solfin from, and I'm going to just say KDB.
Yes.
Because I just keep thinking KGB, and then I think of Scott, and I'm like, there's no way it's KGB. But that's what it feels like. So, but anyway, we have an amazing game 3 here for you, ready and willing to go. Joining me on mic is JJ. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, man.
I got lucky.
Excited. Yeah, absolutely. You got lucky. I'm excited to see this game 3 going on here. We know that Catherine did very well in her match down that just ended here at on Nickel City. So excited to see how this one plays out.
Awesome. And we will be having a Republic versus Empire. So kind of the original good guys, right? And then the new good guys. Is that how we get to play it, JJ? Is that how that is?
Yeah, more or less, yes.
So yeah, so very exciting game. Solfin actually has a little bit of a unique extended Empire list. There is one thing that seems like it's missing from that list, and that's Darth Vader and an X1. Now,
yeah, exactly.
The list is not without Vader, though. Let's be clear. There is definitely a Vader in that list.
Oh, yeah. We got that infamous Vader crew making its head here on Mornikee, so it's good. So let's take a look at the list here. I'm going to go ahead and break it down here. So over on Darren Weston's side, he's running the Republic here. On the lat, he's got Hawk with Saturation Salvo, Barrage Rockets, and Synchronized Console. Got Jag here with Veteran Tail Gunner, R4P Astromech, and Synchronized Console. We also have Wolf here with Wolfpack, Veteran Tail Gunner, and Q7. Both of these are the Siege of Coruscant version. Then we got Volhoff Tarkin in the V-Wing with Ion Missile, R3 Astromech, and the Best title. And then to round off the list, Oddball with Juke, Ion Torpedoes, Concussion Missiles, and Synchronized Console to finish off that list. Now, I gotta say, Saturation Salvo is a card that we don't see very often. If you're not familiar with it, essentially you can spend your additional charges that you have on your ordnance to have your opponent re-roll their dice for defense. So it can really negate a natural evade that your opponent has and force them to re-roll it. So they have no mods. That could be pretty devastating.
Yeah, I like it. We don't see that very often, so it is definitely a unique upgrade here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And then looking over on the other side for Darren Weston, for Solfin, he's running an Empire list here with Mornikee, with Discipline, Darth Vader crew, Tactical Officer, Agile Gunner, and Dauntless. Then Lieutenant Sai, who we saw earlier today in Nickel City, pretty much single-handedly win that game in the Lambda Shuttle with Fire Control System, Seven Sister ISB Slicers, Tactical Scrambler, and the ST-321 title. Then Flight Leader Ubel with Expert Handling, Sync Laser Cannon, Tiber Saxon Crew, and Targeting Assist. And then Moff Gideon with Notorious and Cloaking Device to round off that list.
Yeah, so what do you think the ISB Slicer's on there for? Just to fill points, or do you think we're going to actually get to see it?
Yeah, my guess is, with the jamming tech, the jamming that Lieutenant Sai can do with Seven Sister, if they happen to get jammed and decide to not take a token, they can keep that ISB Slicer on there, so that way that jam stays on the following round. It's a little bit of a interesting way to try to get that extra prevent that extra mod from coming out for a future turn. So we'll see if it comes into play here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I've not seen anybody. I've only ran it on like a gimmicky list when I ran. Remember when I ran like those 4 or 5 Reapers or whatever, and I put ISB Slicer on one of them. just because I had the JM and I could be close, and the idea was to be close, and then your stupid Eamon just ran away from me, and bombed me.
That's what he wants to do, man. That's what he wants to do. All right, so these players moving pretty fast here for round number 1. We got Moff Gideon leading the charge in the center. Takes the cloak here to be in the center there, while we got those big bases coming out from the bottom of the board towards the center. So what do you think? Do you think that they'll mainly engage in the center here, trying to get? You think that Darren Weston will be able to get the ARC 170s into the fight pretty quick?
Well, I think so. We are playing Assault at the Satellite. And I think with the way everything is set up, that Darren or Dr. Weston is going to be very cagey over here, start to bait those larger ships in, and hopefully get them so that they have to either go through that cloud or are kind of like constricted by the cloud, right? And then they're going to play objective points. I do think that they're going to be able to 3-bank those. You could 2-bank Jag and 3-bank your buddy Wolf there, and collect some of those tokens. I really think that's where they're going to be going. But I think it'll kind of depend. We saw an interesting thing here. Moff Gideon cloaks. So he's rolling max dice right now.
And he barely gets 2 evades there. But yeah, or 3 evades. But yeah, definitely the cloak with the obstructed range 3 shot. I mean, he's got all the dice in the world. Jeez.
I love it. It's the best. Yeah. And it's Notorious. So if he wants the Notorious, he can Notorious right now. Yeah,
I definitely would, right? You know, force that early strain early on if he happens to not clear it. But it looks like he is opting not to use Notorious, which is interesting. So
yeah, I would do it just to force it to force the blue move so that it's either it'll be a 2 forward, right? Which is the probability is what, you know, we're going to see Wolf do anyway. I like that we have an oddball on the table. We don't usually get an oddball on the table. And oddball's got juke. So I'm a little confused why oddball has juke.
It's because the action marnet. So he's able to do that barrel roll linked into an evade. And then if he has that opponent in his bullseye, he can acquire lock on that ship. So he can essentially use his ordnance, and then that evade helps that turn on that juke ability.
Yep. So did we see Morna spend a charge, or I don't know if they've decided yet?
Morna has not spent the charge, and he did remove, or he still has that token on there, so I don't know if he spent it or not.
So we'll see here in a second. It obviously, once they make it the move, they'll. Yeah. He probably can't see it with that big bloody base on.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of having Sai and Morna right there, though. I do like that, especially because if they leave Hawk there, that's going to be a very sad Hawk.
Yeah, and we did get the charge spent here on Morna, so he did flip it out to the front for the reinforce in the front now. So just 2 more charges left for that Morna key.
Gotcha.
All right,
which means
so we're going to go into...
We're probably going to see a 4 straight, right? Or a 3 bank?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason not to go forward and try to start engagement here.
And you might be able to get that oddball. And that oddball's torpedoes aren't going to do a lot of good this time against those big bases right now.
Yeah, exactly. They got full health. They got a lot of health. And if he's engaging by himself, he's going to need a lot of help.
Now, does Dr. Weston have a way to coordinate oddball in any way, shape, or form?
Just the lat. I mean, the lat has that has the ability, I would believe, to do that coordinate. So hang on, let's take a look here. I
don't know if it does.
Actually, no, he doesn't. No. I think he's just going to rely probably on the sync console to try to get that those locks early, maybe. But beyond that, I mean, everybody's pretty much independent. He's got the rerolls from the lat, at least offensively, but beyond that, no coordinating. All right, and looks like Weston has initiative for this round here.
Yep. So we'll see if we get a decloak. Does it? He has to roll. That's right. It's not a. It's cloaking device, right? Yeah, he's got to roll.
Yeah, it is a cloaking device. Yeah, they got to roll before the planning phase, or at the start of the planning phase, rather.
So did we miss that roll?
Let's take a look here. Yeah, we got. They did miss that.
Well, he's decloaking anyway, so it's somewhat inconsequential at that time. So looks like what we'll probably see is a 2-bank from Moth. We're going to get a 1 or 2 bank in from Ubel. We'll get a 3 bank. Can those bloody shuttles do 3 banks without being red?
It is red. Yeah. So the fastest that they could do is a 2 bank.
Yeah. Yuck.
They have very terrible dials. Yeah,
I hope to God when they rebuild that ship for us, we get better dials for it. Like,
yeah. I mean, they have no way to turn around. I mean, it'll be nice if they could, close their foils and turn around somehow. That'd be nice to have for the for that ship. That would at least make the dial a little bit better. But as is right now, it's hurting.
I think Empire, that is one of the downfalls that Empire has, is the gauntlets, the turnaround ship. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing else. Everybody else, you get turnaround maneuvers, not these ones. And that's probably because it's all that 1.0 stuff, And 1.0, how many large bases did turnaround maneuvers?
None. The U-wing was the very first one, and that was the last ship of 1.0. And the first ship of 2.0, actually.
Am I allowed to just claim there's a lot of bad dice? Crispy was calling me out for that the other day, so he didn't like when I said that his dice were hot.
No worries. So that's definitely an aggressive move from Tarkin there to set up the locks here on both Ubel and on the Lambda shuttle on Psi. I don't know if I would keep. I don't know if I would have put him there just because the shuttle is always going to be a 3-die attack there, probably range 1, that's going to be a pretty big shot there. So, and we get, it looks like a coordinate here to
Ubel. They're coordinating Ubel. I love it. You don't see that happen very often.
So what's happening here is that sizability is when you coordinate a friendly ship, if you have that action on your action bar, he also gets that token. So he just coordinated a reinforce to Ubel, gave himself a reinforce, and now with the title, he gets to get a free target lock, and he's going to get that right onto Tarkin there. So yeah, Tarkin might be taking a lot of hurt right now.
I will say, I think with the increase to that R4, I think they or R3 astromech, I really genuinely think they should have given Tarkin a little bit more loadout points. I don't think Tarkin definitely was ever broken before, personally. You got to rotate. You got to rotate.
No, he doesn't need to. He's got barrage rockets, so he doesn't even need to rotate.
Yeah, but you aren't going to get the rerolls.
Yeah, that's true. But he's gonna probably use that mainly for oddball to get the his rerolls.
All right, I guess
my guess is a 2-bank from oddball and then a barrel roll into innovate. All right, and we get the turn here from Warniki. Definitely got all guns trained on Wilhelm Tarkin. And oh no! Gideon goes over the rock. And he takes 2. Oh man. Oh, that's bad.
Well, that is definitely not ideal for Gideon. I'm a little surprised there by that, too. I thought that we were going to see the bank in so that Gideon could use Gideon ability. You gotta take two there.
Yeah, he's just asking if it's face down.
I think it is. I think they're both face down, right? They don't actually take real crits.
Yeah, the rocks only give out the
all these bloody new obstacle rules that we should remember by now, but we don't.
Yeah, and let me jump over just to make sure.
All right. So it'll be interesting to see what Ubel does here. I'm guessing we're getting a 1 forward or a 1 bank in. If Ubel went aggressive, then there'll be a bump, and it's probably not the end of the world either for Ubel to have that bump. Reinforcements are really going to negate all of those hits coming in.
Yeah, it's really going to make minimal damage there to the to whatever he's going to target. My guess he's probably going to go after Sai, since he's going to have a range one shot there. And oh man, I don't think Oddball has enough distance to get it. He's going to do the barrel roll forward and invade.
I would assume so, yeah.
And we'll see if that bullseye reaches.
Oh, so he does have the range 3. So,
but he's got to check the bullseye, which he would have. He has it squarely in there. So yeah, that's fine.
So good for him. We'll probably see the concussion missiles, right? Logically, you wouldn't throw the ion torpedoes. I don't know why you would. I guess you could, and hope you could. I mean, if you ionize, then you take away Dauntless, right? Like Dauntless.
Yeah, you take away Dauntless. You take away the ability to take reinforces. So it can cripple the Reaper pretty well. But right now, I mean, you got at least 2 turns before the Reapers can help you out. Or the Arc 170s, I should say, can come into the fight and start laying their guns in. So I think you might want to just consider damage here.
I don't know. I'll be honest though. We did get a bump. All right, so they went the other way. Okay. I don't know. I do kind of like the ionization if you think you can get it, because you got Juke, right? So you're not going to be able to Well, he won't get green dice anyway because it's a missile, so it's inconsequential.
Yeah. So we are going to get a Vader trigger here. So he's checking the arc here.
I would go into Sicko.
All right, and looks like he's triggering Tarkin.
Okay.
Tarkin will be losing a shield here from Vader's ability.
All right, so what that means is 100% wants to go all in on Tarkin this round.
Yeah, I think that's the correct call here. He's tokenless. He doesn't have any way to really get any good defense. You got 2 good shots and 1 range 0 shot. You could potentially take him out here. All right, so we got the shot here from Oddball. This is going to be an ion torpedo going into Morniki.
Yeah, I don't actually hate. Oh my god, and it's hit crit. You got to re-roll that other one, I think, if you want the ionization to stick.
You just use your use the use the re-roll. No, you spent your luck. Oh well, it's fine.
Well, you can't use the re-roll because
it's a non-turret attack.
The turret has to be
facing. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, and there's no dice for the decimator.
So he does activate Juke here, and looks like Morna will be taking 1 ion,
2 ion. It should be 2 ions and 1 hit. Yeah, he jukes nothing. There's nothing to juke. He does not get a dice.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why you rolled dice.
Let me
All right, you hop in there. You juke nothing. I like that shirt. That should go on a Vader shirt. Somebody should make a Vader shirt. Maybe GSP should make a Vader shirt that says "You juke nothing" with Defender Vader on it. We'll say at least Moff Gideon is going to get that point there. There's a point there. And I don't know if I'm Hawk, some of me wonders if that 2 dice on to try to kill Gideon early on is worth it over a Barrage rocket. Because you still get the focus. You don't get rerolls, but you do get a focus against naked green dice. I think I would attempt to do that.
All right, there we go. So yeah, he did have that reinforced, so that's what stopped that second iron from going on there. But they shouldn't remove that extra die. It's okay.
Okay. All right. So we got Ubel with just one.
Yep, just one going range 0.
Don't take the dice away. No problem.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Almost sad, right? Like you don't want to like roll natties on range 0 almost because you want to save it for a big shot, right?
Well, that does help Tarkin out quite a bit. All right, so that's our 5s. Is that order dependent anywhere D's legacy?
Yes.
I as a goal, I guess I don't know. I to me it wouldn't stop an ion, but that's whatever. I mean,
all right, and we're gonna get a barrage rocket shot here from Hawk going into the Lambda.
See, and this is where I think no, you should have tried Moff Gideon. All right, well, just spend your focus.
Spend
don't shoot
the
it.
Focus. Yep.
Yeah. So guaranteed 2 damage, 3 damage.
Nope, he's got the
reinforce. Oh, the reinforce,
so
2 damage. Yep.
Down to 2. So good. That reinforce. Yeah.
Gotta love reinforces, baby.
Oh yeah.
Now we will get a second shot from Ubel. Oof. 1. Oh my god.
Yeah, not the best. Got it.
So, the only negative downside to that reinforce is you don't get your targeting assist.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, we have not seen the Tiberian Saxon trigger. I'm a little surprised by that.
Wow. Natty hit crit going into Gideon, and bye. Gideon is gone. Wow. Wow. That was a big shot there from the Arc 170s. Ooh.
Well, good. Burn that direct hit out of there. Get that direct hit gone.
Yep, exactly. Always deal your cards.
Sad day for Gideon.
Yep, that's right. One more green. Absolutely right.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Tiber needs an attack to hit. That's true. Actually, Tiber doesn't work at range 3. Never mind. It's inconsequential because it's range 3. Tiber only works at range 1 to 2. I found that out the hard way. All right, 1 crit.
Yeah, not the best shot there.
And 1 of 8.
Wow. Gets away squeaky clean. All right, range 1 here from Sai going into Tarkin here. Wow.
Spend that target lock.
Not cooperating here. Not a great start. Let's see.
His dice does not like him today. Oh my god.
No.
Oh, so sad. You do have 7 Sister. You might as well spend it, right? Oh man, you know what he could have done? I didn't even think about it. 7 Sister should have triggered. Oh, he could have spent it and tractored him.
No. Tarkin moved prior to the Lambda shuttle, so that's why he was not in range for that. So,
boo.
So Tarkin loses his second shield there, and that should be it.
I just love that 7 Sister. Every time it gets me.
Yeah.
Every single bloody time. I think at this point you just keep going into Sai, right? No matter what.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you got a range 1 shot there. Might as well. I mean, you got also a target lock on him. So I think it's probably the right way to go. All right, so range 1 here from Tarkin going into Sai.
Gets
a crit.
Could spend the target. but it's
No,
probably
doesn't
worthless.
need to. He's reinforced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to save it so that way he can give it over to his friendly.
Yeah, you want to give
his
it.
Ability.
Is his ability up to range 3, or is his ability 1 to 2?
Let's take a look. Mr.
What does the fox say? Azagald, no, I don't need that song stuck in my head. Thank you.
Pew, 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 pew.
Stop it, JJ. Stop it.
It is range 1 to 3, by the way.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember because remember the bloody Tiber Saxon. You know why you didn't see a Tiber Saxon trigger? Because it was range 3. That's why. I should remember that.
Exactly.
I should remember that because of my issue I had over the last weekend, and letting somebody kill my Grievous because of it. So.
All right, so it looks like the end of the round here looks like they're going to be scoring objectives. Looks like the Republic has the bottom left objective as well as the top right objective.
They should get all 3 of those. I think they should get all 3.
Yep, I think they should have all 3 there. And then I think Empire just has the bottom right.
Yeah. They definitely have that one. They got 3 or 2 big bases there, baby. They definitely got that. Yep,
Wolf definitely has it there. So they'll be taking a commanding lead here, 6-1 here for the start of round 3 here. So pretty good round here for the Republic here, having pretty good luck there with the dice there. That lackluster attack here from the Empire just really hurt them. You expected at least get a little more damage into Tarkin, but now they're in a spot where they really can't capitalize on it here. So if you're the Empire here, do you start turning away towards the Arc 170s since you're in a better position there, or do you try to hold your ground and try to face off the LAT?
I think you have to turn your decimator in. I think you have to turn the decimator in, because if you don't, your decimator is, if your decimator gets ionized, so Oddball can do a 1 straight, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So if you don't turn your decimator in, Oddball's throwing his second iron torpedo at you, and then you're going through that stupid ass that cloud, and you don't want to end up on the cloud. So I think you have to start making a churn now. Yeah. And I will say, definitely. Wolf really clogged up the works there. I think you're gonna go straight. Well, no, you're gonna have to bank with Psy too, otherwise you hit Ubel. So I think those 2 start turning in. If I am that bloody little Ubel, I don't know if I want to face off those 2 arcs by myself though.
Yeah, I mean, I think Psy can get away with a 1 straight and not hit Ubel. I think just the angle on it is just enough for him to get right next to it. But Psy's ability really matters here to get those extra tokens on there, as well as setting himself up with an offensive mod. But I mean, your only other option is to do like a 1 bank, which leaves you with a really bad spot to be for the following turn. So it's going to be tough, but I think you might just want to eat the 1 straight, maybe.
Yeah, if you could keep Psy and Ubel on those arcs, they will melt. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because you could coordinate your reinforces. Like, to me, that's what I would do. I would 100% stupid ass cloud. Yeah, it is a stupid ass cloud. I mean, it's a great position for that cloud. I don't know who put it down. I was up getting a soda with the word putting obstacles down, but I just wouldn't want my Morna on the cloud. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think Morna's in trouble of dying. I just don't want her on a cloud. That's all.
All right, so we go into round number 3 here with the Republic getting the initiative here. So we're going to start off with the system phase here, and Tarkin, it looks like, is going to trigger.
Yeah, you just give it to the lad. I think that's the only thing you got.
Yeah, I think you only give it to the lad at this point, yeah.
Which is fine, except for that lad's not in a great position. Like, that cloud is not a happy cloud.
I mean, the lad here could do a full stop, right? And still have target there because the shuttle is not going anywhere.
Sure, but now you're not shooting barrage rockets.
Yeah, good point. All right, now we're gonna get a move here from Tarkin. 4 straight, but you are sir.
It's a 4K, right?
Or 4K, yeah.
Oh, but you're stressed. You can't
stressed.
do that.
Yep. So
oops.
He's gonna have to do a 2 straight white.
I mean, in the long run, it's probably not the worst thing in the world either, because it probably screws up where Sai goes and where Ubil goes. So
yeah, exactly. It sucks that you're stressed, but you know you're not in a bad spot either. And we get a conservative move here from Jag. Yeah. I think I would have focused here.
Yeah, I would have focused. Don't target lock. There's zero reason to target lock with Jag right now.
Just grab the focus. Grab it.
Like Jag gets free target locks. Yeah. Who did put the cloud there? Whoever did is a genius. That was a genius maneuver to put that cloud there. I have started playing with. Did he take the target lock? Is it?
Yes,
he is taking target lock. All right.
Yep, took a lock on Ubil. All right.
Maybe we don't know what Jag's doing. Maybe Jag won't have position to shoot Ubil, therefore he won't get a target lock.
Yeah.
So there is that probability.
Yeah, there's sync console as well. Yeah.
Yep. There's the block. So that saves Tarkin a little bit of hell. I think.
Do you take a red focus here with Sai? I don't know. I don't think I would.
Yeah, you got the Force. I don't think I would either. I don't know though. I mean, you obviously Ubil is the focus fire, not Sai. But depending on what if that lat 1 banks, I think it still has Sai. I think that lat can 1 bank and focus and have a double modded barrage rocket. All right, can you go in the room? Oh.
Yeah. Okay, hang on one sec.
I don't know what they want. I always say that, Sherman, when the clouds get in my way. Turrets on Ubil. I mean, yeah, you could turret right on Ubil. You could do like a 3 straight, 2 straight. I wouldn't do a 3 straight. You could probably get away with the 2 bank with Ubil. Again, that damn cloud is right there. Where's the seismics to blow the cloud up? How about that? I want to see the cloud blow up. I really like this mat. I kind of wish I had this mat in real life. I do not own this mat in real life, but this is one of my favorite mats. I did get one of the mats from the Fly Better podcast when they did it 2 years ago or a year ago. I got whatever the first one is.
Yeah. So the question was that unfortunately the Hawks dial was forgot to be set, and they wanted to know how to resolve it. So they're dialing in a 2 straight for the lat.
Well, there goes that target lock.
That stupid ass cloud, man.
That's stupid. I'm telling you, that fucking cloud. That cloud is there. The cloud is giving everyone hell today. It is definitely giving that lat hell. That lat's not getting no shot this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even been drinking tonight.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay, so now the target lock from Jag is not that bad now.
Yeah, now it makes sense. Makes sense. Now we know why he took target lock, and he takes an ion. Only 1 though.
Yeah, just one.
So it's not the end of the world.
And you should have a strain as well. And let's make sure he gets that.
All right. Sad day for that lat. Though that might really just screw up
Morna,
Morna. So if Morna turns in, oh, no ions. No ions.
Wow.
All right, I better close betting. Did anybody even bet this time? 1. I'm closing anyway.
Ah, God. Didn't get it.
Nope, I got you. I can just delete. Just so you know, whenever you bet, I literally just delete yours. So yours is all gone. Oh, and Morna bumped.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a friendly bump too.
Yeah, it's a friendly bump. Now he is going to have a very nice range one shot into a. Oh, yeah. So it's just regular damage, but he is going to have a very nice range one shot there into Hawk, and has Vader, so he can actually give the damage right away, and possibly push in some good damage. Although you push the damage right into Wolf. You don't even think about that. You go right into Wolf. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is probably a range one shot too.
You go into Wolf 100%. Now, and it all depends on what Ubel does, because if Ubel hops over Wolf and rotates, then maybe you don't. But all right. Clear or stress, so one bank. I assume we get a barrel roll?
Yep.
Oh, but this is a reinforce on the butt now. Yeah.
Yeah. And Morniki was able to get a red focus using a Dauntless title, just in case. All right, and we get a lock here onto. Looks like he's aiming for Morniki, possibly.
I mean, that's who you had the ions on. That's the highest probability.
I mean, he's got concussion missiles as well, but I don't know. I think you probably save it once you start getting to the hole, right?
Yep. So we do get the hopscotch, which I don't hate, actually. The question is do you, with the hopscotch, do you rotate to your ass? Or do you need, no, you don't. You don't. You just go into here. There's zero reason to be, unless you're going to shoot the lat, you have zero reason to do any of that. Just target lock your buddy Jag or Wolf there. Reinforce?
Yep. Yes, I think it's the correct call, because you're about to get shot range one from a from the lat or from the Arc 170 there. So I think that's probably the correct call. You need to keep up with the damage race, but at the same time, you don't want to sacrifice your health, which is a resource right now.
All right, so we'll see if we get the excuse me, if we get the trigger here.
All right. So he's debating right now on the Darth Vader trigger. He's taking a look at the health.
I mean, to me, it's Wolf. I think you're up 5 points, clearing another 3 points. Or you're down. Right. I'm sorry, you're down 5 points.
Yeah,
clearing.
And he does trigger on Vader. Yeah, or he triggers on Tarkin there. So yeah, Tarkin's down to 1 health there.
Yeah, I mean that you just have to.
All right, so we get the shot here from Oddball, and looks like he's reaching for the ions again. Yep.
Can you put another cannon on Oddball? Does he have a cannon slot?
He does not.
Ugh, I wish he had a cannon slot. Can you manage an HLC on him? So
yeah.
Good. Pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. And size,
you don't even need to. Oh well, he's got the one thing. Yeah, no, he needs to get at least one more in.
Well, depends. Can't he just pick?
No, remember he's got to reinforce.
But it's on the back.
Right, and he's in the back.
Okay. All right, so 1 hit, 1 ion. That bloody Dauntless, or that bloody Morna. She's not going to be ionized at this point.
The Cubs says that Ubel and Jag were the other ones who paid attention to the map in the mission briefing. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Oh man. All right, so we got the shot here from Ubel here, going into Jag. Not a great start there. Just rolls 1 and natties. Oh man. Oh, unfortunate. All right, going down to initiative 4s. Hawk is on that cloud, so he's not going to be able to shoot this round. So we're going to go into Morniki, taking that probable range 1 shot into Jag or into Tarkin here.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to get Wolf off the board. That's what you need.
Spend that focus. Yep.
I mean, that's just what you need. You just need you only need one to go through here.
Got it.
Yeah. But you really want to get Tarkin off that board. So.
And it was a wounded pilot, but that's the end of Tarkin. Tarkin is gone. He will not become the next Moff. All right.
That's because the Empire came into the past. That's what they did. They came into the past and they said, "Hold on, baby, hold on a second." See, and that's an initiative kill right there too. So
yeah, that's definitely a good one there for Solfin, just getting those points out there and closing the gap. All right, now we got the shot here from Jag going into Ubel. Range 1, he's got a target lock, I believe.
Yeah, he does. Yep, because he knew the cloud was there. So, all right, I would say that's pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, you spend that lock. Do it. Why not?
I don't think anybody's got to focus. So,
yeah, no.
If it's me, I would spend it. I mean, it is what it is. So,
decides not to. Okay,
all right,
no problem. And Ubel is gonna take hit crit.
No, because he's reinforced. So,
all right, you're right. So hit crit. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And it is a disabled power regulator on on Ubel.
Yuck. Won't affect this turn or next. Now we'll get the double tap.
Yep, gets that revenge shot going right back into Jag.
Oh, God's children should be behind eyes. That's what it's beginning to feel like around here. All right. So JJ. So he would have had 2 calculates with that reinforce. So he would have taken 1 extra damage, but at the exact same time, he would have been able to push through more damage into Jag.
Oh, and we get the Tiber Saxon trigger here. And spends both charges.
Yep, you're right.
He's going to get 2 strain.
You're right. There was a misfire convergence. Ugh.
All right, and we get the Sai shooting into Jag here. He's rolling evade dice as attack dice.
All right, all eyeballs.
This is X-Wing After Dark, guys.
Yeah, this is what happens. This is what happens when we play late at night. All right, one hit.
There you go.
And one evade.
Easy. Right. Yep.
I still think that Tiber Saxon spin is the way to go there, though.
Yeah.
Let's get those strain out. Get them on the board. Force them to say, "Hey, do you want to keep the strain?" So Jag might just not care. What's the probability we see Jag do a 4K here? It doesn't fit, does it? I bet it doesn't fit.
No, I think you do a 1 straight and just keep. Although you don't want to be in the way, right? You don't want to be in the way.
You got Jag right there. So,
I mean, you maybe a 3 bank to the right going towards the center. You might be able to clear that rock and Ubel, maybe.
No,
I don't know. That's pretty tight.
You're not. The 4 is the closest thing to clearing, and I'll be honest. How about this? We can just zoom in, can't we? We have the cameras. We can just kind of.
And I was like, oh yeah, he did remove a strand already. He's just got 1 left.
Yeah, there's just 1 there. So I don't know if that 4K fits, and you're gonna have somebody else coming in behind you. So your best bet, I think, is to 1 straight is your best bet.
Yeah,
clear that stress or that strain, and then with Wolf, you are 4 straighting to make sure you hit Ubel there.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Yeah,
That's now that we look at it, it's definitely I don't think that forfeits. And if Sai comes in there and gets first player, you'll be a very sad Jag with the stress.
I don't know. Maybe we should give awards if they can manage to hit all the obstacles in a single game, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Do we need bounties? So we've hit 1, 2, 3 obstacles. There's 2 more to go. No, 3 more to go. So we need Uble to go to the right.
Yep. This is the Hexile Phase Syndicate, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. We get an Agile Gunner trigger there. It was nice. He let him have his Agile Gunner. It makes sense. I mean, at least there's no ions that can hit him anymore, is there?
Yeah, no, the ion torps are gone. All we got now is just concussion missiles. Now, the one thing he's got to probably... Actually, you know what? If he's just got concussions, all he has to do at this point is just not even worry about using torps and just use your primaries for the time being, because you're probably going to be close range. You just want to be out of the guns of the... You want to be out of the firing arc or Morning Key, so that way you don't take that Vader damage.
That's true. You're right. He could hit. We could see Morna K. She could hit a. She could hit that cloud. You're right.
Now the more important thing is, where's Hawk gonna go? You know, Hawk needs to be able to clear that cloud, right?
Yeah. Hawk. No, Hawk ain't going anywhere. You're either 3 harding or 2 harding or something. That's what you're doing.
Oh, I don't think 2 hard or 3 hard clears. I don't know.
I think, yeah, I think the 3 hard does. What?
And Morna.
Why is Morna moving first? And now he just gave away what he was doing. Everybody knows.
He revealed the wrong dial. Yeah, he revealed the wrong dial. Oh no! Well, we know for certainty now that Morna is going to friendly bump. Oh my goodness, they're all over the place. Yeah,
all right.
It's all right. It's all right. The nerves, the jitters on stream, it happens. Don't worry. They're playing it right. Don't worry.
I'm gonna move those dice out of the way for him.
We did see the 3 bank here from Jag, and I think he actually used the droid there to actually make it into a blue, so that way he can clear the strain. And now he's taking a target lock here onto Uble. And now we're gonna see.
Now we see Sai.
Now we see Sai. Yeah, there we go. Sai clearing that stress. Most likely going to coordinate here. Now, if you're Sai, you probably want to take a lock onto Wolf, right?
Wolf? Who's Wolf? Oh, other Wolf? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he just take a reinforce?
He's coordinating the reinforce.
Oh, to Morna. I see.
To Morna and taking it in response, and then taking a target lock after that. Yep.
And then Morna will have 2 reinforce.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's going to be pretty hard to kill Morna and Sai in the same game.
Well, Morna is out of charges now, so Morna will not be able to do it. And he takes the target lock onto the Hawk. All right. And we get a 1 straight here from Wolf. He does clear the stress and he clears the strain rather. He still has an ion on there. And he's going to just take a focus token. Now he's in a good spot there because he can use, assuming that Uble stays there, he's able to use that target lock as his own from Jag, and Jag is able to re-get it again. And we get a bump here from Hawk going into Morning Key. Still lands on top of the gas cloud rolls. And Does not
Nothing.
suffer any ion, so that's a good break there.
That hawk does not want to be ion.
And Morniki ends up overlapping the Lambda shuttle, so he's going to take some roll for damage here. Takes
not
nothing.
Punished.
Not punished. Oof.
She does not want to be punished. That hawk doesn't want to shoot either. I mean, let's be fair to Dr. Weston. That hawk with the missile, that hawk is in a very bad position, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like that hawk would have had to like go straight. I think to get out of that.
Not the best out to try to get out of that position too, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it comes down to Ubel. Or actually, no, Oddball. Oddball should be going first.
And unfortunately, Dr. Weston has gotten all of the first player here.
Oh, we get a Dauntless trigger here. It's going to be taking a red focus here.
Yeah, makes sense.
It keeps on sending everything over to Ubel. All right, we got the one straight here. Probably going to do the barrel roll here into an evade.
Yeah, because if you can get out of that, I still think you're in that arc, but
yeah, I think you might be in the arc there too. Yep.
But there wasn't much I think you could do with her bumping there. Ah, look at that! Still gets that target lot though. 3 turns in a row. I love it. I love it. That's a pretty good play there.
Yeah, that's definitely a very good play there. He's definitely been on the mark there with Oddball being able to consistently get that trigger.
Better than me.
Oh, and Ubel gets a round wolf. Will be able to do a rotate, probably a target lot rotate or a focus rotate. Oh, calculate rotate. There we go. All right, so we're getting at a primary shot here from Oddball going into Morniki, range 1. Morna is reinforced in the rear. We're going to get 2 eyeballs and a hit. It's going to spend that lock there. Although, honestly, you need fire convergence. Just say those locks, man.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Why no fire convergence? That's true.
Yeah. All right, only gets the last shield off of the Decimator there. And now we're going to get a shot here from Ubel. I think you go into Jag. I think you just use your sync.
Oh.
And not getting very much there.
Yeah.
And decides to save that calculate. Yep. All right, going down now to initiative 4. Hawk unable to shoot. We're going to get a shot now here from Wolf.
Wolfie boy.
Probably going into Psy.
Yeah, I don't think he's rolled more than one. The red dice have been terrible all around, but I don't think Solfin's rolled more than 1 natural hit on almost every roll.
Now, he does have the ability to reroll that blank if he wants to. Oh, nope, deciding to use... Oh, there we go. Fire
3
convergence.
crits? Seems pretty good.
Gets 1, and we got that reinforced there.
So 1 going through, 2 going through.
Oh, the reinforces in the back. Oh, so both of them actually go through here. So the damages, we got a stun pilot and a fuel leak going onto Psy.
Sad day for Psy. All right, let's see if we get a little bit more than 1 hit. No, how about 2 eyeballs?
No.
Oh my god, that's so disgusting. Just the 1 from the Force.
Yep, just the 1 from the Force. Yep. Now, I guess he... Not sure why he took the damage there. Guess decided not to spend the focus.
All right.
All right, and this is going into Sai out the rear. And only gets one.
All right. So I don't know. They should have checked side arc for Jag.
Yeah, I think
because I
he's
think
just
he
forgetting
caught
his triggers. Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, my angle looks like yes, but I don't know for sure. So we start going into oddball here? Or are you going to go over into Jag? Yep, going into oddball.
all right.
No way.
Only gets one.
You got to be kidding me. That has to be the worst luck. Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? He did not. Did he use Vader?
I don't think he did. All right, spend the evade, take one.
Oh, I think that was a big missed opportunity there for if he didn't use Vader, because I don't see any other damage.
No, he didn't. My guess is he wanted it for the offense, right? Like, I mean, if he would roll, like his red dice have been atrocious. So there you go, right. Crispy. I'm gonna just say it. How about that, Crispy? His red dice are atrocious. They do need to mark out Morna though and see if that objective is caught by oddball too, because that'll be a point for Republic if oddball's close. Nope, not gonna mark him out. I if it were me, I'd look at it because it could be close there.
Yeah.
Don't, damn it, Sherman, don't tag Crispy. Don't tag Crispy. So very close game. We have a almost dead Psy shuttle. So Psy is not going to be super happy looking at that rock. That rock is not going to be his friend this turn. Or is it her friend? Is Psy female?
Yes.
Will not be her friend this turn. Morning shot. I don't know. It's nighttime for me, so. Nah, he just likes to. Crispy just likes to talk shit about me calling out dice. I don't really care personally. I'll say it all day long. I don't think dice win or lose a game most of the time, but I will say, in fairness to Solfin, those red dice honestly have not rolled more than one hit, and he's had some pretty massive dice hits. You know.
Yeah, he's been having some trouble there with the offense there, definitely.
Yeah. Now, at the exact same time, when all you do is reinforce for the most part, it is a little bit harder, right? I mean, again, I think the reinforce has saved him quite a bit. So I don't think it's an incorrect call by any means. But it is, you know, that's what happens. It's like droids. Do you take the calculates? Do you take the target lock? You know, when you take a calculates with a droid and they roll 3 red dice and roll 1 hit and 2 blanks, what do you do? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You just go, oh, sad day.
All right, starting off round number 5, and looks like Solfin will be taking the initiative this turn.
Do those Psy shuttles have 1 hearts?
They do not. They have a 2 heart, which is red.
Oh my god. Well, I think that's what you do with Psy, right?
I mean, yeah, or maybe a 1 bank might get you around. Maybe actually, no, 2 bank. A 2 bank, maybe.
I don't know. Don't hit the same obstacle twice. You got to hit a different one. We're going for all of them.
There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just barely avoids that center obstacle. And he will be coordinating here. Just depends on who he's going to coordinate. And he's giving it over to Ubel. And then he's going to grab a lock.
Yep, and I don't think this is bad for Sai either, right? I mean, Wolf has to be a little careful of that rock too.
Yeah.
So,
the one thing you really would have been needed to be really careful about was not overlapping that obstacle, because he does have stun pilot, and that would have been the potential of 3 damage that could have gone. So, oof, just lucky there.
All right, we get a 4K. Love me some 4K. Jag saying, "Hey, I'm here too." All right, so Solfin goes first. What do you think? Oh, so Morna does it too hard. So question is what does the lat do?
I think 1 straight right here. Yeah.
Nope. Gotta block. At least it's not on a cloud this time.
Yeah.
I think you take the right focus here.
Yeah, you definitely take the red focus.
Well, yeah, I think you just take the red focus. I mean, the only person that's going to shoot you is Sai, if that,
and just based on the angle of that bump too, it looks like he's actually out of arc for Vader, because that line just goes kind of straight down. So, yeah. All right, we get that 2 bank here from Wolf.
Do you think eyeball 1 banks barrel rolls again?
That would definitely be the move there. Yep.
So did you hop in? See, that's where I think, I don't know. I think there was.
I think
point.
If you're Wolf right now, I think you need to take a focus, because you don't want to get a free damage onto you from Vader. And yeah, definitely going for that focus. Get a hard 2 here from Ubel. Gonna be out of the fight here. I think you start rotating here, right?
Yeah, I would just rotate.
Just set yourself up.
Yeah, you're not getting shot. You already got your reinforce anyway. Just rotate.
I don't think you can even get like a target lock from that range. I don't think. I don't know. It's kind of close.
I mean, I guess you have a wolf shot, right? Wolf's gonna shoot your butt. If it were me, I would rotate, because you ain't got a shot, and Wolf will have what, 2 dice with a reroll.
Yeah. Oh man, I think you barrel roll left and target lock, and go after Sai. Try to kill Sai here. I mean, you got a pretty good chance there. You got Wolf, who probably has the rear arc on Sai.
Or do you just take the target lock now? Just take a target lock and not barrel roll or anything.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, just take the target lock.
Just take the target lock, because then you have options.
Oh, there you go. He's going all in on Morna. Morna has no reinforce here, so yeah, this could definitely hurt.
It's sad that he has juke and can't use juke. like there's no juke to be had.
Right, exactly.
It's like, damn it, oddball, you took juke for a reason, you can't use it. Now there is 15 minutes left. There is a possibility of still taking down Morna now without the reinforces. So,
and looks like we can get a Vader trigger, and he's eyeballing Wolf.
Yeah,
but he's considering oddball too.
I think you wolf it, because. And Wolf is just, if I'm Wolf, I just take the damage. Who cares, right? I don't know if I think the object
damage is a lot to get through.
Yeah, but
all right, so he is going to Vader Wolf, and he will take the shield damage. He's going to retain his focus.
Who called it? Tanner called it.
Yep. All right, so no shot there from Obel. So we're going to head on now to Oddball. Oddball's got a range 1 shot here into Morna Key. It's going to be a primary attack. 2 hits and a focus. Probably going to spend the lot. I mean, use your thing, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Your
fire convergence. Fire convergence. Well, hey,
right.
At this point, he's been able to get a lock every time. So you cannot knock him for getting a bloody lock every single time. Man. Like, let's be honest.
I get it. Achievement unlocked. I get it. All right, so we get Morna now. Activating, debating on shots. You're probably absolutely going to Wolf, right?
Probably. It's probably Wolf.
Yeah, going into Wolf here.
Because then you got Sai with a butt shot right there, range 1.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh! What atrocity! All right. Never mind, Morna.
All right. So we get the front shot here from Wolf going into Morna.
Oof. You get the reroll? Does he have the reroll? Yep. Must have the
reroll
up.
Spend his charge. Yep.
Oh my god. 4. Spend your 4 focus. Spend the focus. Just take the 4 hits.
Yep. 4 damage.
Do it. That's down to 6 now.
All right. And then he's got the rear arc shot here. He can go right into Sai.
Just go to Sai, yeah.
Just go into Sai.
It's 3 dice. And you get your charge back. Oh, and fire convergence. You're right. And fire convergence. This one's even better because now you get the fire convergence. You get 1 less dice. You only get.
Oh no, he's going to Ubel.
Ubel?
Oh.
No. Go into Sai. Why does he get 4 dice?
Wait, hang on. Okay, yeah, there we go. So the charge, right? So it's a range 1 attack, and normally it'll be 3. His charge gives him 1 additional.
No.
4 at the back.
Fire convergence now. Fire convergence. What's going on?
I think he's just completely forgot about the ability.
Oh.
So it is a crit that went through. So 1 more damage is going to go into. Oh no, he rolled the innovate. Okay, yeah. So he pulled another fuel leak on the shuttle there. So he's down to 2 health there. All right. Next up here will be Hawk.
Lexi without the fire conversions. Oh.
Hawk finally being able to take a shot. All right, here we go.
You took the focus, right?
Nope. He bumped and it was stressed.
Oh, so no, and another one. Oh, man.
Yep. Just barely alive. All right. Sai could probably put some hurt here into Wolf. Range 1.
I think you... There. Gonna give Jag his hull back.
Pretty good roll there. We'll be able to. Does he have a lock on Wolf? I don't think he does. He does not. Uses 7 Sister Force for 3 hits. Wolf rolls an evade. Shields down. Takes 1 damage. 1 hull damage. All right, moving on to initiative 3 now, which is going to be Jag. And it's going to be a range 2 shot here into Morna. And we get a hit crit.
Fire convergence. All right.
And the crit is fuel leak.
Oh no! Yuck! Yuck! That's
he's pulled all the fuel leaks out here.
So how much damage is left? Can you count cards?
Yep, absolutely. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage on Morna.
All right, so 4 left then.
Yep.
I I think that's contested. Unless somehow Morna has it.
The Republic got the bottom right one there, definitely. And it looks like the center.
Yeah, so just one each.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever Sai does, Sai cannot hit that obstacle.
Yeah, Sai. Stay alive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. The dice came alive there for Solfin this round. Definitely pushing in some damage there. The Empire just hanging on to the edge of their seats here. He's got both of those ships on fire right now. Oof, I don't know if he's able to. I mean, the fact that that Ubol is like out of the fight right now really hurts the Empire. The Empire needs that extra die or that extra gun to come in to deal with Wolf and possibly initiative kill him. But without it, I don't think Morn is going to survive this run.
Nah, I don't think so either. Oh, I forgot to put my bet in. I'm sad. Damn it. I was so focused on this game, I missed my bet. Damn it. I could be on the top nickel leader. I was nickel leader at least 2 months in a row. Catherine, yeah, they scored one each.
Yeah, the score is 8-7 currently.
Yeah.
Should be updated. Yeah.
And Jag is in a great position here.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So round number 6, initiative goes over to Solfin here. Sai is doing a hard stop there. Bold move.
All right, yeah.
Definitely wants to try to keep the guns in there, so I definitely understand that. All right, so moving on to Jag now. Jag does the 2 straight, will clear the stress.
My wife just texted me and said 3 cop cars are blocking her in the parking lot at our grocery store. So I texted her back and I said, "Are they arresting you?" And now I'm actually a little concerned because it's 20 minutes later and she hasn't responded.
I mean, she really wanted to get into that store, huh?
No, well, they're open. They're open, baby. They're not closed yet.
All right, there we go. All right, so we get the bump there for Morna Key. Morna is able to use Dauntless here. What do you think? Do the reinforce?
I think you have to if you want any chance of living. Like unfortunately, because you get no green dice, you know.
Yeah.
They're back at the hangar. All right, I don't know. Well, I don't know about that, Sherman. But all right, so we get a 4K. Makes sense. I will say that we'll give Morna a shot into Wolf at least.
Yeah, definitely. And Hawk, nice. Able to actually do a maneuver without hitting something. Gets right behind Morna. Clears the stress. Gonna take a focus.
Yep. Now, if you're oddball, hopefully you went in towards Thigh. Here comes Ubel. Didn't hit the obstacle. Good job, Ubel. And I think Ubel actually might have both those objectives right there.
Yeah, I think so. And we get a calculate rotate here from Ubel.
All right, update. My wife is not arrested.
Okay, good. Still alive.
So no, really? Really, oddball?
Oddball clears it, though. I mean,
no, I know.
Can barrel roll. Yeah, there you go. What is this, number 6? Right?
Yeah.
6 time in a row?
I was just thinking, why not go into Psy?
I think between the Lat and Jag, he'll be able to clear out Sai.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So Initiative 5s get to shoot first. We're going to check the shot here from Ubel. See if he has perhaps Jag in Arc.
Oddball, you can't lock yourself. There's a spoiler I'd love to say, but I can't say
it. Don't do it.
Thank you, Nickel City.
Hey, welcome everybody. So we're with 4 minutes to go here, round 6 here. The Republic leading by 1 here, and we got the shots about to be fired here in the engagement phase here. The Empire's ships are on fire here. They're very close to death here, so we'll see if the Republic is able to put them down.
Well, here we should see some fire convergence.
Hopefully. Yeah, without a doubt, that oddball target lock is on Morna. It's just they shifted it over by mistake. All right, so we're gonna get a shot here from
Oddball.
No, Ubel.
Ubel.
Empire.
Oh, that's right.
Initiative. Yeah. Oh, yep, we got a Vader trigger here, and he's gonna put it onto Oddball there. All right. So Ubel going to take the sync laser shot here, range 3 obstructed, going into Jag. He debated for a second on dropping the evade.
I would. What are you going to juke the thing that?
You got a good point.
I mean, I guess it's really inconsequential. You save a damage here.
Yeah.
You take a damage. I mean, whatever. It's the same thing.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Pretty good. Spend that calculate.
I think that's range 3 obstructed, though.
Yep, range 3 obstructed.
Okay.
He's rolling 3 here. Jag says, sure, I'll take 1 shield. That's fine.
And who said 4-point arcs aren't good?
Right.
Overpowered. Just kidding.
Man, this oddball has been doing some work. I think he's single-handedly engaged Morna and brought it down.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
All right.
There we go. Target lock. Oh, not able to convert.
Every time, too. Every time.
And no fire convergence.
So just 1. Well, that's fine. This time I actually kind of understand it a little bit.
Yeah. All right, Morna taking the revenge shot here, most likely.
Oddball.
Yeah, you go into oddball here. I mean, there's an argument to attack Wolf as well. But yeah, he's going to oddball.
They're worth the same.
And that is time in the round.
And we have hit, crit. Pretty good. 1 going through no matter what. Oh, oddball. Spend the evade, so take hit, crit. What is that crit? What's in the crit bag?
There's a structural damage. Not enough.
Ugh.
All right, there we go. Going down now to Wolf or Hawk. Let's see.
Yeah. I would have shot Wolf first. Barrage rocket him. All right. Rocket. I like it. There we go.
It's got to be range 2 to 3.
Oh. Then nothing. You get the sides. Yeah.
All right, it's going to do range 1 into Morna Key, reinforced in the rear. And she gets hit crit. It's going to be reduced down to just a crit. That is going to trigger the fuel leak. And he gets another fuel leak.
So 1 health, right?
Yeah. Yep, down to just 1 health. And Wolf here needs to finish this off here. Got a range 1 shot here into Morna. Just needs 2 hits.
You should be able to. You have fire convergence online.
Oh my goodness. Please remember. Yeah, there we go. Fire convergence. There we go.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, I got it.
He only has 1 health left, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It really didn't. This time he didn't need it. All right. So that is a dead Morna. Morna, you live forever, though.
And we get Psy targeting Oddball now from range. Range 3.
Yeah, you get a force.
7 sister force. Gets 2. Got a structural damage here, so you should only be rolling 3. Or 2, rather. And got him.
Yep, we get a dead Oddball.
And
now,
here we go.
If Psy lives.
That's a very big if. Let's see. Oh, he's got 2.
Fire convergence. Where's your fire? Oh, you have a target lock. Nope.
There you go.
Oh, man. Sad day.
Sadly, Psy goes down.
All right. Without Psy, though, right? That is 1, 2, 3 objectives and he still loses.
Yeah.
But that would have been close. If he had kept Psy alive, that would have been a 1-point game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, the definitely a good game there. It was definitely close there towards the end there. The Republic was able to eke out that extra damage that they need to take out the those wounded Empire ships there. Definitely Ubel not being able to come back and engage definitely hurt the Empire there. But congrats there to Darren Weston and Team Fox for taking this win here, the second of the day for them, and ending the game here at 20-13.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We will be back Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, or 2100 UT, or 2100 Eastern, or 100 UTC if you're in a different time zone than we are. And we will be back with more Planning Phase Syndicate. We're going to be covering, I don't remember what we're covering this week. Oh, list archetype discussion. And we're going to talk a little bit about Worlds Prep as well as the Nickel City League. Thank you all. Have a good night. And we will see you on the Flippity Flop.
Let's see here.